everyone, and welcome back to Explore Your Dark Side. My name is Stephanie Bosch, and we are currently talking about individual differences and how they can influence stress, strain relationships. And in today's video, I'd like to talk with you about psychological flexibility. And psychological flexibility is mindfulness plus engagement. So, in a nutshell, what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is the ability to pay attention to the given moment, or to be in the moment with like flexibility, openness, and curiosity, to really feel like what is going on around us and be in the moment without being preoccupied of like expecting what is happening, but rather like taking it all in. And the important point is you're paying attention. So it's not like being overwhelmed by what is going on in our mind, like all the thoughts that can be overwhelming and be too much, but really what is going on right now. What do I want to pay attention to? What kind of thoughts I want to pay attention to? Being like flexible, but being open, and also being curious of what is important to me in this moment. I mean, there's like mindfulness. It's not a new thing. It might be relatively new for like a psychological setting, or like used in therapy, coaching, etc. But it has been like quite on with like different religions, etc. for quite a while. So psychological flexibility is, as I said earlier, as like mindfulness plus engagement. So psychological flexibility is the ability, or like learning to focus on the present moment. So being really in the moment, being able to experience difficult thoughts. It's not that we don't want to have them or try to get rid of them. No, we are able to experience them, but not having them control us, if that makes sense. So we are letting them in. We'd be like, okay, I have this thought, but I'm not getting overwhelmed by this thought. The main point, I guess, is to have these challenging thoughts, to let them in, to accept that they are there without trying to change them, to challenge them, to get rid of them, to control them, or anything. Like none of this. So we want to be mindful. So this is the first step, like mindfulness plus engagement. So we want to be mindful of what is going on without trying to control it. And then the second step, like the engagement side from psychological flexibility, so that we can then take action that helps us, despite having challenging thoughts, reach our goal and move us in the right direction, the direction we have set for us, where we want to go. So we are not being controlled by the thoughts, or being the slave of our thoughts. Also, we are not trying to fall into panicky action, but really trying to engage in goal-oriented action, or action that moves us towards our goals. In order to measure psychological flexibility, 3 of my professors from university have developed this WAAQ questionnaire. It's a work-related questionnaire to measure psychological flexibility. And some of these items they ask would be, is the person able to perform as required no matter how they feel? Do their thoughts and feelings get in the way on how they do their work? So it's related to the thoughts, the emotions, and how we perform our work. I really do hope I can get a specialist on for you for an interview, so we can learn a bit more about cognitive behavior therapy, or like acceptance and commitment therapy, like ACT, that helps to promote mindfulness and give some coping techniques or coping mechanisms to when we are stressed, and how we can focus on the thoughts, let the thoughts happen without trying to control them, and then move on, engaged goal-oriented action. So I'll try if I can get this done for you, and otherwise I will see you in the next video. If you have any experience with like mindfulness, or maybe like cognitive behavior therapy, CBTs, or like the other approaches around it, then obviously I would like to know how you like it, how you get on, how you got into this, maybe how you overcame the difficulty of like letting thoughts happen without trying to control them, because I feel like this is like one of the biggest challenge of like having them happen and not getting overwhelmed by what is going on in our minds. So if you can share any helpful advice with us, please do so in the comments down below, so others can benefit from it too. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and take care.